Hey there, horror lovers. Welcome to the first episode of the Paranormal Files podcast. I'm your host, Urvi, and today I'll be taking you on a chilling journey into the haunted history of the Queen Mary, also termed as the most haunted ship in the world. So strap in and let's set sail. On May 27th, 1936, the Queen Mary departed from Southampton, England, embarking on her maiden voyage. She was a beautiful ship with 5 dining areas and lounges, 2 cocktail bars and swimming pools, a grand ballroom, and even a small hospital. The Queen Mary had set a new standard that the rich and famous considered as the only civilized way to travel. She represented the spirit of an era known for its elegance, class, and style. For 3 years after her maiden voyage, the Queen Mary was the grandest ocean liner in the world, carrying many Hollywood celebrities and royalty. But when the Queen Mary docked in New York in September of 1939, that would be the last time she would carry civilian passengers for many years. As World War II started, the Queen Mary transformed into a troop ship. They painted the Queen Mary a camouflage grey colour and stripped her of her luxurious amenities. The Queen Mary was then nicknamed the Grey Ghost because of her stealth and stark colour. The Queen Mary was also the largest and fastest troop ship to sail, capable of transporting as many as 16,000 troops. This meant that the Queen Mary also served as a hospital boat, and many people died due to injuries, infections, and diseases. Some people say that the Queen Mary is one of the most haunted places in the world, with as many as 150 known spirits lurking upon the ship. Just over the past 60 years, the Queen Mary has been the site of at least 49 reported deaths, not to mention having gone through the terrors of war. Located about 50 feet below water level is the Queen Mary's engine room. Now, this place is said to be a legit hotbed of paranormal activity, especially near the infamous door number 13. Now, we know that the number 13 is always associated with something paranormal, and the number is said to be cursed as well. So sadly, this cursed door did crush at least 2 men to death, but at different points during the ship's history. Now, the most known and recent death was during a routine watertight foot drill in 1966. Door 13 crushed a crew member named John Pedder. Another popular area that spirits have been seen is in the first and second class swimming pools. Neither of these pools are used today, which is maybe why these spirits are often seen lurking around this area. There are also reports of seeing, women often appearing in, the 1930s style swimming suits. Other people have also reported the sounds of splashing, wet footprints leading from the deck to the changing rooms. Now, in the second class pool room, the spirit of another girl named Jackie is often seen and heard. Now, there are spirits that Jackie has drowned in this pool. However, there are no known drownings that have ever, occurred on this ship, and no known reports of a girl named Jackie dying on the ship. So, it is unclear where she came from. But many people do believe that she might be a demonic entity posing as a little girl. Now, that is quite spooky because demonic entities, do take the form of something very innocent, so they can often lure you in, try to harm you, possess you, something like that. So, moving forward, in the Queen's Salon, which serves as the ship's first-class lounge, a beautiful young woman in an elegant white evening gown, has often been seen dancing alone in the shadows of the corner of the room. The ship's propellers are also said to be haunted by many men who died in an accidental drowning. Now, this happened in the late 1942 when the HMS Kurokawa was accidentally sliced in half and sunk by the Queen Mary during escort duty. Thousands of men were caught in the ship's propellers. The other men died on impact or drowned. A total of 337 men were killed. Lastly, room B340 is the most haunted rooms on the ship. No kidding. It is unclear what happened in this room, to make it so haunted. However, they had to close the room down to visitors due to the amount of paranormal activity that was happening. Also, if you do rent out the room, there are ghost experiences written on the walls from visitors that have been there, and there is also a Ouija board that comes with the room, tarot cards, and other things that can be used to communicate with these spirits. So better be careful. You don't want to be inviting a demonic entity that can follow you home. These aren't even half of the ghost stories that have been reported on the Queen Mary, and a lot of paranormal investigators do go there. They often catch a lot of orbs. They do get attacked by these paranormal entities as well. So it really does make this ship one of the most haunted ships in the world. Anyways, that wraps up our eerie adventure into this dark, mysterious history of the Queen Mary. Do join us next time on our second episode of the podcast of the Paranormal Files. So, until then, stay curious, stay brave, and never stop seeking the unknown. Bye! If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more hair-raising content. And as always, if you have any other spine-tingling topics you'd like us to explore, leave them in the comments below. Until next time, stay spooky.